Buenas gente, ¿cómo están? ¿Cómo está gente de Facebook? Espero que y de YouTube y de Twitch, espero que estén muy bien, espero que estén lo mejor este día. Hoy, 24 de septiembre, hoy estaremos jugando obviamente Genshin Impact para ver qué hay de nuevo. Tenemos la misión pendiente de qué hacer de Kinich. Hoy lo vamos a hacer, vamos a ver qué onda, cómo lo va y vamos a hacer el evento que tenemos pendiente. Hay un evento que no he realizado, es un evento que es de este tema de un dominio y obviamente pues vamos a realizar sin un tipo de problemas y a ver pues obviamente qué hay de nuevo en acá, pero bueno, todavía hay que esperar obviamente el anuncio de del live stream de la 5.1. Se supone que hoy se va a publicar, así que estaremos atentos obviamente qué onda. Vamos a ver obviamente primero acá el abismo que ya está completo. Aquí tenemos los 5 ya partidos listos. No creo que llegue hasta los 12.500 puntos, a menos que ponga full power, pero ya veremos obviamente qué onda. Y nada, ahorita vamos a hablar de noticias del tema de Genshin Impact porque salieron novedades sobre el tema de algunas cositas. De algunas cositas bastante muy curiosas, pero ahorita vamos a verlo. Hablaremos más del caso de la demanda que perdió leaker, porque al parecer Oliver sí tiene planeado obviamente mejor arruinar ese tipo de personas. También hablaré un poquito sobre el tema de que Oliver anunció otro juego. Así es, Oliver anunció otro juego para Genshin Impact, bueno, más bien para el Oliver. El juego es centrado para Honkai, o sea, la serie de Honkai. Así que veríamos obviamente 3 Honkais interactuando. Es muy probablemente que sea, digamos, como tipo unión de universos, ya que tomamos en cuenta que para Honkai está el Rey, Honkai Impact y Honkai Star Rey están unidos, y hay referencias o pequeñas referencias sobre Genshin Impact, como las alas y muy probablemente una espada. Y bueno, pues como dije, eso lo vamos a comentar ahorita mismo, porque como dije, ha salido bastante novedades. Pero vamos a darle. Bueno, eso sí me sorprende, pero tenemos el canchine listo. Bueno, no importa, como quieras, vamos a llevar al equipo Geo, güey. Como ya sabes, yo siempre dependo de Geo. Himno de coronación. Bueno, pues sería yo. Sería Yogur. Ya, vámonos. Saludos, ahorita vamos a hablar de novedades, noticias, dejen su like, también compartan para que ahorita vamos a hablar de noticias que tenemos que hablar. Let's go.
Fire! Well, yoo-hoo! Steady as stone, as a good night should. I'll catch up. Shockwave! Clear the area!
No le puedes pegar la cinta.
Feeling lucky? Fire! Well, strike a pose! Let the world come alive! As a dutiful maid would.
Listo. Ahora tenemos que reconfigurar el equipo. Bueno, pues vamos a reconfigurar el equipo. Ahora el siguiente son los dendros. Entonces, pues básicamente sería... ¡Ole! ¡Switchy! Sí, y de apoyo Frina. Ah, sí, perdón, Frina. Así, vamos a darle. ¿Qué hará? La puerta más fuerte de Oliver. Es fuerte, también es fuerte. Es más débil, pero solo una humana común y corriente que no sabe pelear. Ya sé.
This dance is for you. I see everything.
Scatter. No se supone que ya lo hice. Espérate un segundo, ¿qué no? Ah, no se hizo. Espérate, no se hizo. Yo pensé que ya se hizo acá. Bueno, entonces a revolver. Vamos a deshacer el equipo. Yo pensé que ya se hizo. A ver. No, espérate un segundo. No, espérate un segundo. Pues sí, yo pensé que se hizo, güey. ¿Por qué la dijeron? A ver, ¿dónde está el otro? Vámonos. Lo de reconfigurar el equipo borra todo el proceso de pantalla que tuviste. Ah, vale. Yo pensé que era reconstruir el equipo y este era el equipo. No importa, vamos a darle. Me va con no.
As a good night should. Time to shine. Feeling lucky? Attack! Clear the area! Ship him!
A ver si puede partir de la hostia. Listo, ahora sí. Cuidado con el desafío. Ahora sí. ¡Switchy! Ahora sí, switchy.
Propagate! Germinate!
Hey! I see everything!
Laid bare!
Wanted my full attention, did you?
This is where
¡Boom!
overruled!
¡Él se muere!
This may hurt a little. Hold the line.
Everlasting as
¡Se
the
marca!
moon!
¡Boom!
It's no stop. Torrent, bring refuge! Rest and rebuild!
Laid bare! Witness my
¡El vagabundo!
overruled! Germinate!
Everyone hold hands! Hey!
Listo. No tuvimos el oro, güey. Nos faltó odio, güey. No, es que aparte estaba el viajero de gratis. Ahorita vamos a ver el otro. ¿Parecía? Ya tengo la protección, ¿no? Tienes que poseer. Ah, ok. A ver, ¿quién puede equipar el giro? Uso el aire para evitar el aire revolucionario. Ah, un escudo, básicamente. Ok. Muy bien, utilizamos el Shogun. Pero el himno acá necesito Oh, sí, necesito el Shogun. Entonces dale. A ver. Y no. Oh, sí. El otro. No importa, quedo. Let's go. Let's go. Vamos con el geo. ¡Vamos con el geo! Hay que destruirlos acá, güey. Así, vamos.
Illusion shattered!
All my strength!
No, espérate un segundo.
Hurt a little.
Espérame, quiero que tenía que hacer sobre el camino acá. Bueno, entonces cambio chichi. Déjame. Dame la opción acá. Ah, no se puede. Es que tengo que seleccionar el nivel, güey. Y luego luego darle otra vez. Ok, ahí voy. Entonces sí. Así. Así. Vamos acá. Hacer chichi afuera. Oh sí, let's go. Oh sí, let's go. Boruto es un caso perdido. ¿Por qué lo dices, güey? Bueno, ya sé, güey, pero ahora sé por qué lo dices.
There is no escape.
Commit it to memory. Eat this! Here. Yes! Yes! Ja! 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 All my strength.
¿Qué? ¿Tengo que decir ya? ¿Es en serio?
This way, turn a little. You're toast!
Illusion shattered.
El tema de la escala de moneda está cada vez peor que antes. Ah, me da bonificación. Ah, con razón. Bueno, sí. Oh, sí, let's go. Oh, sí, let's go.
Fire!
Lucky day.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive! Drop down! Let her rip!
Careful.
Time to clean up! Leave it all to me!
Levante.
Dance with me. The show's only just.
This one's got your name on it! Feeling lucky? A proper set! Get back! Shabam! Yeah! This one's got your name on it! Cha! As a dutiful maid would, I must leave no stone unturned.
¿Cómo ese pinche robot de diablo?
Coming at ya! Fire! Well, with rocks. Here goes! Clear the area! Time to clean up. Someone needs
Let's
assistance.
get down to business.
Ok, siguiente. Oh, no. Va a tocar el pinche pajarato. Sí, a ver. La siguiente mañana, bueno, una copa de está bien, güey. Dice, si Reina la novia y Boruto fueran hechos en América, está claro que serían cancelados y destruidos por la crítica. Yo creo que sí, pero dudo mucho. Así. Tenemos a Kinich. Entonces tiene que ser, digamos, algo de ataque. Entonces, si es algo de ataque, necesitamos dos acá, güey. Así. Vamos. Vamos.
Let's get it on. Hi.
Steady as stone.
No, mis huevos no van a poner.
Claim these souls.
Allá va. Vamos, Naruto.
Umbrella warfare, I guess. Feeling lucky? Attack! Umbrella warfare, I guess.
Vamos, Naruto. Mátalo.
Your soul is sacrificed.
Ah, no pude matarlo, güey. No lo pude matar. Bueno, digamos. Sí, Kimimoto solo mostró cómo echa a perder todo el lore de unos cuantos capítulos para la madre. let's go.
Shine down.
Eat this!
Ah, uy.
Allow me! Yeah,
Malditos.
yeah.
You are not welcome here.
Committed to memory. Yeah,
Torn to
Double golpe.
oblivion. There is no escape.
Oh no, también es de cocodrilo. No me dijiste de dónde sale ese cocodrilo, güey.
Illusion shattered.
No me dijiste de dónde salía ese cocodrilo. Maldito lagarto. Maldito peje lagarto.
Allow me!
Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal. Your coming was foretold. Illusion shattered.
Where the eternal
Your
sacrifice is ready.
Rest and rebuild! Grow, grow, grow! The Temple of Wisdom!
Shine down. Now you shall perish.
No, mis huevos. ¡Ah! Casi. Desde mejor meter aliens solos en una serie de líneas fue lo peor. En algunos dicen que Kogashi, el creador de Hunter x Hunter, no hace su pacto para que Kishi no le copie. ¿Y cómo se comprueba de que es él, güey? Ah, sí, vamos a darle. Oh, sí, a huevo, es Guanani. Espera, si van a ser así, entonces vamos a llevar esto. Oh, sí, pues ahí, eso va a llevar otra vez el geo. Eso va a llevar otra vez el geo. Pero ahora con Charlie. Por eso espera que Boruto cambie para continuar su manga. Con el plan de si no puedo dejar que esto me copie, no tranquilo.
Put up a good fight.
Surprise! Be amazed! Enhanced animal modules. Let's ride!
Capu.
Show your curse.
Check this out! That's the mark! Shower me with praise! Let my name echo into...
Let's open up a good. Let's open up a
Nirvana!
good.
Cue the spotlight! Animal hypostasis simulation! Stand clear! Animal test 6308! Carving wave!
Let's hope you have a good fight.
Amazing!
Come on.
Let the world collide! Stand clear! Enhanced animal module! Be amazed!
Show me your courage. Fight.
Over here! Let's ride!
Come on. Show me your
No, creo que no llegué a tiempo, güey. Me faltaba, güey. Déjame pendiente. No, güey. Estoy poniendo a prueba cada uno, güey. Porque como dice, el siguiente mes ya llega Geo, güey. Así que tengo que cada uno de ellos.
As a dutiful maid would.
Madre. Esto se llama.
This one's got your name on it. This one's
¡Demonio!
got your name on it.
¡Gasté
I eat this.
Drilling
Down. Let her rip.
Vale.
Time to clean up. Leave it all to me.
Hola, Cotita.
Feeling lucky. Coming at ya. Fire. Well, get back. Here goes. You're toast. Umbrella warfare, I guess. Feeling lucky? Attack! As a good knight should. I'll catch up. Steady as stone. Umbrella warfare, I guess.
¡Ah, chingada madre! Estuvo cerca, güey. Estuvo cerca. Ni modo. Y finalmente este es el último. Incluso estuve usando mi equipo con la... Está bien, güey. Oh, pura Nemo. Pura Nemo. No me digas que es Nemo. Ah, huevo. Entonces tengo que llevar... Entonces sí, tengo que llevar uno. Y una yaca. Ok, entonces vamos a utilizar el equipo de de Alequino. Vamos. Vamos. Vamos.
The wind knows it. Fallen leaves adorn my nut. Keep moving!
Animal hypostasis. Take flight. Embrace the ice.
Into the wind.
Absorption test. Animal test 6308. My apologies.
As one with wind and cloud. Cyclone! The wind knows me.
Sakura swirl. Enhanced animal module 7.
One with nature. Keep moving!
Absorption test.
Into the wind. Fallen leaves adorn my night.
Kamisatolar. Sumetsu. Take flight.
Confess!
Quiero pelo, ¿no? Mira, le quité me invitó un perfil acá. Ahí está, huevo. Llegué a 30. Igual que con el que estaba mal, puedo usar el equipo, llenar, issue y vende. Pero si no tengo llenar, güey.
Illusion shattered. Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song.
Transfixed.
Shine down.
Here comes another. Here comes another.
Shower you with praise. Time to shine.
Yo tengo brazos, güey, después de que ¡lo estoy esqueciendo!
Transcend all constraints.
¡Maldito mago! ¡Pasa! ¡Maldito mago! ¡Bájale ahí!
Go on.
Let my name echo in song.
Vale, güey.
This is where you fall.
Listo. Listo. Pero maldita sea, pinches magos, chulos, magos de chulos. Bueno, para mí es mago de chulos porque mago del mismo ya hay. Maldito mago de chulos, güey. Me entendieron una trampa. Me entendieron una trampa y bien horrible. Bueno, vamos a reclamar. Son pocos rondos, güey. No, esos son muy pocos, güey. No son, digamos, la octava maravilla, güey. Aparte que ya falta poquito para que este ya lance las otras pronto se acaba. No, espérate, güey, falta acá. Ya, es todo. Es todo. Así que ya te voy a comentar acá. Y vamos a los niveles. Bueno, ahí está. Todo ya recogido. Me parece que se escapó, se puso. Se perdido, así. Ahora sí. Espérate, quiero bajar algo porque estoy sintiendo complicada. Yendo mal, güey. La señal. Así, a ver. Así. Ahora sí, vamos a hacer la misión de Kinich. Las misiones legendarias de Kinich. Pero primero tengo que visitar la cantina. Y una vez al tengo que ver los equipos. Y eso lo sirve. Entonces, fíjate que no ha llegado Nival, güey. Es el primero que siempre llega, güey. Es el primero que siempre llega, güey.
Ad astra abyssos. Ad astra abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Espérame, voy a instalar. Creo que sé muy bien cuál es el problema acá de que está fallando el rendimiento acá.
Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
A ver. A ver. Acá. Así. Ahora sí, listo. Creo que ya está listo, ya está listo este acá de cada acá. Uy, ven, base secreta. Mira ese viene. Más como entre comillas la guía. Voy a cerrar Genshin y voy a volver a abrirlo. Déjame ver si hay algo acá. Ah, huevo, es que había una actualización. Bueno, ahorita lo descargo. Hay una actualización de drivers, hay una actualización de drivers, por eso está lento. Bueno, un poquito lento, pero no importa nada. A ver si oye un silbato hasta acá. ¿Qué es de monjeros que no ven a verlo? Dije que tengo que comentar a Boru, güey. Ya me tienes que ponerlo con la mero furida y pene. ¡Tener! Está listo, güey, entre comillas. Está listo entre comillas. A ver, tuve que cerrar el Genshin, güey, para volver a abrirlo, güey, porque pues ese, entre comillas, lag me estaba afectando, güey. Ya tuve que borrar un programa para hacer trampas en el FIFA, es que tengo descargado el FIFA y tengo bueno, tenía abierto el pinche Steam, que ya vamos a esperar obviamente que abra el juego. No sé si comprar las tarjetas de bit. No, ya tengo todo, güey. Nada más que creo que voy a comprar la tarjeta. Digo, las memorias RAM, güey. Más memoria RAM para pueda correr, güey. Según tengo entendido por parte de Steam. Un segundo. Según tengo entendido por parte de Steam. A ver. A buscar el juego. Ya está comprado, así que ya está el juego. Así. El juego requiere 8 GB de RAM. Tengo 16, pero como quieras quiero ponerle más, otros 8 más. Un procesador i5 de novena generación, bueno, es equivalente. La tarjeta tiene que ser de una AMD. 29 de espacio y ya. El directo necesito tener Direct 12, güey, así que creo que tenía que instalarlo obligatoriamente, güey. No, sí noto que está un poco lagueado acá, güey. A ver, déjame bajar los gráficos. El 8. Ahí está, momentáneamente está abajo, güey. Así, a ver. Así, vamos con el Kinich. ¡Vamos con Kinich! ¿Cuántas veces acá, güey? Ahí está. Ahí está, momentáneamente ya la calidad se mejoró. Vamos a darle. Así. Estamos llegando. Vamos a hacer las misiones. ¿Cuánto tenemos de este de cuánto por ciento? Venga, ten los 600, pero no el banner, sino aquí del armas, güey. No me tocó nada, así que... ¿Qué me puedo esperar? No, literalmente nada, güey. ¿Sí sabes que hay otro por arriba? Sí, pero aquí vamos a llegar más rápido, güey. Está aquí abajo, así que no hay pedo. Ahí está. Vamos.
Hi, I'm Huni. Are you here to help find the baby Saurians?
And
I'm Toba. You must be the helpers that we've been waiting for.
It's nice to meet you too, but we're just passing through. Oh, but Uncle Sanka said he was gonna send some of his friends over to help us. You sure he didn't mean you?
Hemos hecho muchos amigos, pero ninguno que se llame Sanka.
Yeah,
Me recuerda,
sorry.
me
Whatever this is about, it sounds like you've got the wrong end of the stick. Wrong end of the stick?
Algo público, Genshin.
Darn it! We've been tricked, Huni. I should have known that Glasses Guy was a con artist.
What are we supposed to do about the baby Saurians now? Time's running out. It's okay, Huni. Don't worry. Why don't you tell us what happened with these baby Saurians, huh? There's been a lot of unrest in the tribe lately, and my dad's Saurian got injured. Her name's Nana, and she has 3 little babies after what happened to Nana. Her babies were so scared that they ran off and hid. I'm really worried about them, so I decided to go look for them.
It's
Nana is your dad's Saurian. Why isn't he the one looking for them? My dad's one of the elders, so he's busy getting ready for Turnfire Night. It's a really important ceremony. More important than this, anyway. I'm not supposed to be out here either, but I snuck out without telling him. I didn't think it would take very long, but then that guy we ran into made us tell him loads of stories, and it wasted so much time.
Yeah, he was so selfish. He doesn't have a heart.
It's all right. Don't let him get to you. We're here now, and we'll help you, because we care a lot, don't we, Traveler?
Pues claro, las crías de saurios están por aquí cerca.
They should be. I already managed to find their tracks, and it seems like they're hiding on the cliff.
Vamos, yo los encontraremos en un santamento.
Really? Wow! Thank you so much, Mr. Traveler and Miss Paimon.
Awesome. You gotta be careful out on the cliffs, though. They're really steep. Even...
Hey, vamos a hacer la misión legendaria de Kinich.
Goody said the baby Saurians are on the cliff, so let's find a way up.
Ok, está arriba, así que necesito la china, vamos. Uy, se me estaba lagueando ahí. Vamos. Dale. Según aquí hay uno. Se subió con nosotros para esperar que se calente un momento el generator y subió hacia arriba. Así que sabes. Ahí va. Ponini, güey, como si fuera un pony ahí. Y bueno, aquí creo que ya no vamos a buscar el terrenito. Aquí estamos nosotros. Listo, llegamos. Pero antes de tener que cambiar de equipo, güey. Pero mira qué tenemos aquí. Mira qué tenemos aquí, vuestro compadre, amigo. Espérenle, creo que sí voy a bajar de las... Eso os pido, pero mira qué tenemos aquí. Tenemos vuestro compadre, amigo llamado Manau. Ponchi, se llama Ponchi el último niño.
We found them! Wait, but what's that other... A how?
Ajá.
Well, if it isn't the gruesome twosome who wormed their way into our servant circle of friends. Still awestruck from the last time we met? Would that be why you hastily scrambled up here to pay your respects the moment you saw us? I suppose we can't blame you. Such is the spell that our majesty casts on our minions.
Maldita sea esa ajá, güey. Bueno, Naruto, más bien. Sabes que si el juego te obliga a tener misiones completas, sobre todo estar tras avanzar, estarías muy frustrado. Nah, no creo, güey.
Very well. You heathens leave us no choice. The almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula shall grant you the audience that you seek. Come, pucker up. You may now kiss our feet.
Si tuviera, digamos, la habilidad de hacer el jutsu de maldición, güey, el jutsu de las 1000 hojas, te lo daría ahorita mismo.
Wait, aren't you like Kinich's sidekick? What the heck are you going on about? You're somehow managing to be even more annoying than the last time we met.
Sí, y literalmente eres el odio, literalmente de todos los personajes de tu anime, bueno, en tu en tu secuela más bien. No a los rellenos, sino en secuela de Boruto. Voy a controlar rápido porque me copé con el Pro Z2 y estaba haciendo las misiones de plata y ya aprendí a hacer emotes. Vas a hacer la emotiza insana. Vas a hacer la emotiza insana ahí en Pro Z, güey.
Silence! Who are you calling sidekick? We are the Dragon Supreme, sovereign ruler of the Nation of Flame.
Pinche llorón. Para atrás a la esta tienes que tener todas las starters al máximo. Easy los tryhards. Chicos, verga.
We shall have you know that last time, were it not for Kenich's earnest pleading on your behalf, you would have received not a single word
Hoy
of
estoy diciendo, vas a
mercy.
hacer la emotiza insana ahí cuando
Oh,
llegues.
come on. You talk big, but Kinich clearly has you under lock and key.
Oh, grandioso soberano, ¿qué eres tú, Naruto? ¿Qué motivo te ha traído aquí en esta montaña?
That's more like it.
Silencio, nada más porque te estoy siguiendo el pinche juego, si no te hubiera destruido, te hubiera metido un pinche virus informático y yo te hubiera dado la chingada de la puta verga.
If you must know, our humble servant begged us to investigate an abyss incident.
Abyss incident?
See this little lizard? Its mother, a medium-sized lizard, came under the influence of abyssal power. In her confusion, she attacked my servant's tribe, then assailed her own offspring.
No mames, no me di cuenta que el dinosaurio tiene un sombrero. Era muy bonito.
Yikes. So how is she doing now?
Oh, lo siento, ¿y qué me duele?
She was but a lowly bug fighting against the power of the abyss. Naturally,
puede ser
she
posible.
has departed for the Night Kingdom. Such a fragile creature. Apparently, she ended her struggle by leaping from a cliff.
Whee!
Leaping from a cliff?
My dear anemic flying ant, as addled with questions as your head may be, please keep them to yourself and wipe that absurd expression off your face. We are the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula, not a wish-granting fountain.
Se enojó el Naruto.
Anemic flying ant! Huge! Just you wait. Two can play at the ugly nickname game.
Dale, Paimon. A ver qué le vas a decir. Ah, ya sé, dile Boruto. Sí, dile Boruto.
We sense a faint abyssal energy. An evil sorcerer must be lurking nearby, but they are well hidden. If you encounter any suspicious outlanders, be sure to give them a robust interrogation.
Oye, Kinich, no puedes caminar, compañero. ¿No quieres caminar, compañero, conmigo en una semana? Sí, ¿por qué no?
Suspicious outlanders? Wait, are you mocking us?
How dare you cast aspersions on your ruler, heathen! You're just lucky that our servant has such vile taste in friends. Otherwise, we would beat you black and blue, and then purple, then black again!
¡Maldita sea Boruto! ¡Maldita sea Naruto!
If you're not here to kiss my feet. Then get out of my sight.
cambiar.
Do not impede the work of the almighty Dragon Lord.
Maldita sea Naruto.
I'm furious! Still, good to know about the Abyss threat, huh? Wasn't expecting that. Let's not get sidetracked.
Maldita sea Boruto. Digo, Naruto.
Wow, you're back already? That was so fast.
Ah, no mames, me estoy dando cuenta que cada Dino o cada Yoshi tiene un sombrero.
I'm so glad that the babies are all right. Thank you both so much. Now we can finally go home and stop. You're welcome. Pizza cake.
Uno tiene las gafas, otro
You're
tiene
not
un sombrero y el otro
from
tiene el
right?
sombrero de
Because
casa.
your clothes look different than ours. Hey, you must be tired after all that
Y
climbing.
comencé con
You
todo
should
el
come take a
juego
rest at my
Z2.
house.
Abrieron los tres sobre personajes, venían las aguisas de plasma, el zombie comando y el zombie general. Uno que tiene balas infinitas pero sobresalienta su arma. Ah,
Yeah, please come. I promise you'll get a big Scions of the Canopy welcome. We love having guests, and you're really nice people. Not like glasses.
By the sound of it, Glasses Guy wasn't from Natland either, right? Uh-huh. Well, his clothes sure weren't. You know what? Now that I think about it,
se me calienta.
there was something really fishy about it. Really? Maybe he was the suspicious outlander that Ahau mentioned.
¿Podría darnos más detalles sobre ese tipo, por favor?
Sure, if you're interested. Oh, let me think. Oh, please, mister. I've told you so many stories already. When are you gonna help me find the baby Saurians?
Just one more story. One more, I swear. Why don't you tell me
se me hace muy
more
familiar
about
ese
that
NPC.
ball of fire? I heard that there was a huge transparent ball of fire that used to burn 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, maybe even further back.
Oh, you mean Turnfire. That's where the ancient name Malipo comes from.
Lo vi con Ahui. Wow, es bastante útil en pantalla, incluso mis poderes dentro son más poderosos. Me pregunto cómo estará ese Kinich.
So it was the origin of an
Muy bien,
ancient
mano.
name.
Súbeme a la montaña, qué
That's
buena.
impressive.
Uh-huh. There's a story behind every ancient name. The legend goes that the Turnfire first appeared in the era of the Grand Alliance. It was used by the tyrant Och Khan to rule over Natland, and Turnfire is different from normal fire. If you get set on fire with it, you'll feel horrible burning pain from behind you, but you won't die from it right away.
Why? What happens if you turn back?
As soon as you turn around, poof! You get burned to a crisp.
Well, good golly gee. I mean, it's one thing to singe someone's clothes, but
Right? How nasty is it to burn someone from behind and not even let them turn around to look? Och Khan really was an evil tyrant.
yes, shocking behavior. Now, let me guess. Eventually, a valiant hero came to save the day?
Good guess, Uncle Glasses. Seems like you really know your stuff.
Yupanqui was friends with Och Khan the tyrant, and also Shibalanke,
Impalanque
the
otra
first
vez.
Pyro Archon. He was working as an ordnance officer for the Grand Alliance at the time. He didn't like how Och Khan was such a cruel tyrant, so he stole the Turnfire and threw it at the Och Khan's army. The soldiers couldn't defend against it, and that's how our ancestors set our people free. But just as he was about to leave the city, he thought he heard Och Khan calling out to him from behind.
But Och Khan wasn't there. All he saw was a city burned black, an army in ruins, and giant flames reaching up into the sky.
A split second later, the flames he saw burst out from inside his eyes and swallowed him up.
Déjame ir al baño. Animal, ya sabes
All
qué
it
hacer.
took was a single glance. As soon as he looked back, he was burned to a crisp.
The question is, was this the price he paid for stealing the Turnfire, or the price of turning back?
Nobody knows the answer. But the fire that consumed Yupanqui burned more fiercely than any other. It burned for 100 days until it burned a hole right through the ley lines. And then, the flame dropped into the deathly dark Night Kingdom, where it still burns to this day.
The grown-ups say that it lights up the path that leads to the next life. But for the dead to be reborn, they have to accept the flames and be purified by the fire first. It's like a final look back at your life, where you have to answer for everything you did. Anyway, that's the story of Yupanki's Turnfire.
Ah, a fine parable indeed. So, is it true? Is it really possible to find this fire in the Night Kingdom?
I don't know. I think it's just a story.
Either way, I assume this
Oye,
name
que
has
era
been
anuncios,
passed
güey,
down
que
in your
anuncios.
tribe ever since?
Ah, güey.
Sure has. It went to Burkina, the hero that we celebrate on Turnfire Night.
Yeah, and now it belongs to Kinich. So we often call him Malipo Kinich.
Kinich.
All right, Uncle Glasses, that's enough stories. Now, can you please go find the baby
I would, but doesn't the legend of the Turnfire teach us not to look back? Let's not go dredging up the past. Tell me more about this Kinich guy. One more story, I swear. Starting now. No? Careful, Toba. You look dangerously close to cursing me out right now. Tut tut. We can't have that. Cursing.
Uncle, you'd better not be trying to trick us, or the Turnfire will get you when you die.
I know.
How would it get me if I'm outside of Natland? Uncle Glasses isn't from here, you know.
Huh?
Wait. Is that? All right, kiddos. I'm a man of my word. 2 of my friends are on their way here, and, yeah, they'll help you out on my behalf.
Enjoy Lubin en Atlan. Ok, enseguida traigo esa línea insolente, así que déjame apuntarme esa espada.
Work them like dogs, okay? That's what they're here for. Don't go easy on them just for my sake.
Really? Well, first, can you tell us your name?
We met at the foot of this cliff, so beneath the peaks, let's go with Sanka.
Seriously?
If you don't believe me, turn around and see for yourselves. They're right behind you.
Huh? Where? Oh, wait!
Es muy...
Uncle
¡Adiós!
Sanka, where did...
¡Adiós!
Yeah, definitely a fishy character. It sounds like he was digging for info about the ancient names.
Yeah, and not only that, but he betrayed us too. He'll pay for this.
All he got out of us was some stories, though. What's the worst that could happen?
Traveler, maybe we should go tell Kinich about this. Ahau says he's investigating it, but he's a bit of a loose cannon.
Huh? You know Kinich?
Not very well, but we have met him before, and one time we had a meal
Yo va a
together.
ser dramático, pero mantiene sus
Aw,
haciendo
man,
canciones.
I'm so jealous. I never even spoken to him. He's so cool. He's the Saurian hunter, and he has a really awesome ancient name.
Me neither. I don't think my dad really likes him, though. He always tells me to stay away from him. Probably because of that little creep he always hangs out with.
Oh, the creep who calls himself Kahul Ahau? Yeah, we've had the pleasure of meeting him too.
Exactly. I don't know why Kinich partnered up with him. Why didn't he pick me instead?
Uh-oh. Hoonie, look how late it is. We've been out way too long. We better get home now or we'll get yelled at.
Oh, yikes. You're right. Okay, well, this path here leads to our settlement. If you decide to visit, remember to come to my house. If there's anything you need, my dad can help get it for you. Hope to see you soon.
We gotta run. Bye for now.
Vámonos. Acto 1 terminado. Ahora vamos al acto 2. Vamos. Sí, y es muy buena escritora y sabe historias entre cuales. Oye, estás leyendo la novela de esa Yamiko. Sí, es muy buena. ¿Ah? Trinidad, así se llama. Digo como mi maestra.
Lee, what were you thinking, going out by yourself? Don't you know how dangerous it is?
Digo que mi maestra.
It's okay. Toba helped me. And we met some kind strangers who helped us. And
Kind strangers? What made you so sure they were so kind, huh? Oh, I suppose they had kind stranger written on their foreheads?
yeah, actually, they did. And
Don't talk back to me. The Mountain King problem still hasn't been solved. What would I do if I lost you too? No?
they were good people, Dad. Dinner or no dinner. Hello again, Huni. It's Miss Paimon and Mr. Traveler. Dad, it's them. They're the ones who helped me. And I promised we'd take care of them if they...
Oh, so you're the kind strangers. Well, I'm Trinidad. Apparently, you helped my daughter today, so if there's anything you need, just ask. As an elder of the Scions of the Canopy, I've got some influence around here. Now, I trust that you're sensible people who know better than to take advantage of their host's generosity.
Nosotros solo prestamos una pequeña ayudita con su hija.
Yep, just helping a neighbor.
Por cierto,
We're not
tenemos
looking
que
for anything in return.
Cambios haría con la presencia de ellos para nuestros compañeros de viajes. Bueno,
Oh?
güey.
Well,
Depende de
let's
qué
hope
persona
so.
estamos hablando.
Dad, please. They're not bad people. They've eaten at the same table with Kinich before.
Kinich! Wait! I heard that two mysterious travelers from afar showed up at the Stadium of the Sacred Flame.
Parece que
Are
tiene
they?
pasado.
You?
Sí, señor. Soy el tío Tontín o HectorHS 30 para servirle a usted.
And Paimon's the other.
I do apologize. A lot's been going on in our tribe lately, and I suppose the pressure must be getting to me. I can't believe I was so rude.
Oh, now we're talking. Seriously, though, don't worry about it. Already forgotten. We're just happy to see Huni got home safe and sound.
Oh, you just arrived, I take it, and it would be my honor to give you a hero's welcome tonight.
Careful now. That's quite an about face. We've heard that kind of thing can lead to spontaneous combustion around these.
No será necesario, solo digamos que hay algo que necesite nuestra ayuda.
My dear traveler, you are very perceptive indeed. Go inside now, Huni. Dad's got some important business to discuss.
Okay. Look after Mr. Traveler and Miss Paimon. They're very special guests.
Dejen su like, señores. Falta un minuto para que veamos que hay
Well, we'll hear you
imágenes
out,
nuevas
but we
sobre
can't
las
make
nuevas
any
noticias. Bueno,
promises
el
that
livestream de la 5.1, güey.
Well, this is a matter of utmost importance. Please, allow me to explain.
Dale. Dale, continuamos.
For many years, our tribe has celebrated the Turnfire Night. It is a traditional ceremony among the Scions of the Canopy in which we remember our ancestor, Burkina, and his companion, Kangamato, the Mountain King.
¿Ah?
Burkina was a hero who bore the ancient name Malipo, and Kangamato was a powerful Yumkasor warrior. Together, they fought against the Abyss. They were victorious, but it came at a great cost. Burkina paid with his life. The Mountain King survived, but was contaminated by the Abyss, and he remains in hibernation to this day. Normally, Yumkasors never live longer than a century. It is possible that the Abyssal Power is responsible for his unnaturally long lifespan.
No mames, un Lordland gigante. ¿Todavía sigue vivo?
Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory, but even this glory comes at a price.
Ahí está, señores. Vamos a pausar un momento porque ya tenemos el aviso. ¡Tenemos nuevo aviso, señores! Así es, señores, tenemos un nuevo aviso. Aquí lo tenemos. La versión 5.1 de Rainbow Destiny to Born. Mira, ahí está nuestro chiquitín, ahí está Tiberius. Bueno, Monty más bien. Mira mi bote querido. Mi bote querido. Como decía, programa especial de la 5.1 de Genshin Impact. Queridos viajeros, es hora de nuevo comunicar. El programa especial Se va a retransmitir el 27 de septiembre, es decir, el día viernes. Día viernes, sí, día viernes. A las 8 de la mañana en nuestro canal de Twitch y YouTube. En este programa presentaremos los nuevos contenidos y todo. El Rainbow Destiny Start for Roll. Básicamente es el arcoiris destinado a quemarse. Uy, va a estar bastante interesante. Sobre todo esta imagen promocional. Y sobre todo, mira, chiquitín, mira chiquitín. Está muy bonito. Sigamos. Vamos a ver de qué va a tratar la
The abyssal
5.1.
power inside him is highly sensitive, and when it is disturbed, he awakens and flies into a blind rage, attacking anything that moves. So, besides the ceremony, another important part of Turnfire Night each year is cleansing the abyssal power inside the Mountain King so that he will remain sound asleep. However, abyss-related incidents have been on the rise in that land lately, as I'm sure you're both aware. Only 5 months have passed since the last Turnfire Night, and he's already showing signs of instability.
Has he woken up again?
He has. We managed to contain the situation by performing a makeshift ceremony right away, but it was a close call. He could reawaken at any moment. Also, he attacked and wounded my companion, Nana, during the ceremony. She became contaminated by the abyss as a result, and...
We heard. Such a tragedy. We're really sorry for your loss.
Yes, and Nana wasn't the first. Anyway, right now we're preparing for an exceptional Turnfire Night ceremony, and we need to find a suitable flame bearer. From what I've heard about your adventures, I believe you would be perfect for the role.
Pues como dije, depende de qué personaje estemos hablando. Pero ustedes dos tienen su propio portafuegos.
Of course. Plus, he's a bona fide hero who inherited the Malipo name.
Oh, you mean Kinich?
Yes, he's the one. A hero, worth his weight in gold. And unfortunately for us, he's all too aware of that. No prizes for guessing what he said when I asked him to host a Turnfire Night. An exceptional ceremony? Oh, I'll have to charge an exceptional price. I swear, no other concept exists in that boy's brain.
Tiene sus principios, pero no quiere trabajar gratis. Es obvio.
I'm not the one to usually talk about people behind their backs, but I'm convinced the Wyub got hit on the head and took a wrong turn the day it chose to give that ancient name to him. I mean, have you ever heard of a hero whose mantra is, "What's your asking price?" Oh, and don't get me started on that insufferable Ahau he hangs around with. Thinks he's God's gift to mankind. Pompous fool.
El nombre. Todo por eso, señor de los dragones. Kuru. Ahau.
Yeah, Paimon has to agree on that last part.
Anyway, the fact is, the ceremony can just as easily be done without him as long as we can find someone else. And besides, you two seem like much better candidates. So, what do you think?
No, dinos que tenemos que hacer a continuación.
Wonderful! I can't thank you enough. Huni was right about you. You have kindness in your hearts. Come with me to the other side of the mountain. I'll bring you up to speed on each step of the ceremony. As experienced warriors, I'm sure you'll pick it up in no time.
Vamos. Ya se viene el acto 2. Digo, empezó el acto 2. Mientras tanto, en una cueva secreta.
Achoo! Curses! Who dares insult the great Kahula How behind his back?
¡Demonio! Se dio cuenta. Ajá, se dio cuenta que lo criticaron. ¡A la madre! ¡A la madre! Pinche pendejo, güey. ¿Y qué le pasa igual que Xiaoyu, güey, cuando le he hablado de contra ella? Bueno, entre comillas. ¿Y qué pensaría si hay los adeptos de ellos después de la liberación antes de quedar tras ser precisos? Cuando van a estar vigilando.
Oh, great Kahul Ahau, bless you.
Shut your filthy mouth, worm of the abyss! Your putrid words defile the air we breathe. You make the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How, sick to the stomach.
Maldita sea Hao.
Speaking as a member of the Abyss Order, that's music to my ears. Exactly the kind of reaction we're going for. But on a personal level, I gotta say...
Ugh, never have we heard such brazen blustering from someone who is inches from death. Up yours, Four Eyes! We spit in your face!
Okay, well, that I am at a loss to explain. How do I manage to stay so chirpy and But I digress. Mr. Kinich, I admit it, you, sir, are a legendary hunter. Still, the only reason you caught me is that I was reluctant to run away. You see, I'm very interested in the lore of your tribe.
Okay.
Is that it? Kay? Aren't you intrigued to know what it is about you guys that prompted a visit from the Abyss? It's the extreme sports! The other day, I narrowly avoided getting hit by a very brave soul who just leaped off a cliff. I think you call it bungee jumping? Anyway, I was very impressed. Look, I even did a painting inspired by the bravery and freedom of the scions of the canopy.
You scum-sucking swine! Ugh, I swear, if you go bungee jumping, it'll be without a rope! Head first off the tallest cliff, with a band of hunters on your tail, and nowhere left to run, and a bottomless cesspit waiting for you on the ground.
You say that, but I get the sense that Mr. Kinich isn't planning to take my life right now. On top of that, I'm tired of spying on you from afar. So why don't we just negotiate a comfortable operating distance that works for both of us? I've heard that the most important thing in human relationships is to respect each other's boundaries.
Or you could tell me what it is you're really after.
What?
And then I'll name my price.
Oh no. Bueno, vamos. A ver cuánto falta acá, güey, espérate. Ok. Vamos del acto 2, falta otro acto. Vamos.
The Abyss contamination is back. No surprises there. No doubt that explains the Mountain King's recent activity. See those torches over there? Those are the Sacred Flame offshoots that we requested from the Stadium of the Sacred Flame.
Are you saying that the Sacred Flame and the Turnfire are the same thing?
Well, for ceremonial purposes, at least. Sending someone to the Night Kingdom to retrieve the legendary Turnfire isn't exactly an option. More to the point, though, the Sacred Flame is able to burn away abyssal filth, so that's why we use it in the ceremony.
Enyo, una cosa, Lumi, cuando quieras hacer el hechizo, nunca uses Necrolor.
Gotcha! So basically, we just need to clean up the filth with the Sacred Flame.
Well, that's one part of it, yes, but the complete ceremony is a bit more complicated than that. First, the flame bearer must collect a kindling of the sacred flame from the starting point, then use a grappling hook to fly up into the sky and light each of the sacred flame pillars. Then, they must go down into the canyon, all the way into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers. Like the most skilled flame bearers can accomplish all of this without touching the ground once. As much as I hate to admit it, Kinich is capable of this.
Wow! He can do all that flying without ever falling to the ground?
No sé de qué te sorprendes, Paimon. ¿Tú podrías hacer eso incluso?
Well, of course Paimon can. It'd be much harder for you guys.
Well, don't worry. It's not a requirement of the ceremony. You're allowed to touch the ground. The only thing you're not allowed to do is turn back.
¿Y qué empezará Kanju como compañero? Pues literal, nada. Se vaya a chambear.
The flame bearer must always keep moving forward. You can't skip a pillar and come back to it after lighting the next one. To do so would be to disrespect our ancestors.
Ni tampoco como sarcasmo. Güey. Ahí dice, vale, ok. Y luego de repente hacen sus comentarios sarcásticos acá de su peso, güey. Y diciendo, ¡hijo de tú!
So, what actually happens if you do turn back? Surely.
Well, if you're not careful, you might get burned.
What about today then? Does the same rule apply?
Oh no, don't worry. Today is just a practice. The order doesn't matter. You just need to take the sacred flame, cleanse the filth, then go light all the braziers. Are you ready?
Así preparado. ¡Let's go!
I'll repeat all the key points again. Gather the kindling, cleanse the filth, and light all the braziers. I'll wait for you at the end.
Oh. Let's go.
Alright, let's use this kindling to complete our There's abyssal filth over there! Let's burn it away with the sacred flame!
Dámelo. Capo. El otro está acá. Ah, mira, tenemos perros. Dame guardia. Dame eso. Ah. Muere. ¿Qué? ¿No murió ese? ¡Atrás! Se murió el perro. Nada de cabita, la falta de sueño, el estrés causa calvicie y no querrás quedarte calva. Me va a decir, ¡cállate!
That should be all the braziers! Let's regroup with Trinidad!
Vamos.
I knew I was right about you. You have outperformed all of the other previous candidates. If there was an ancient name for outstanding flame bearers, I'm sure the Wyab would consider you for the honor.
No sé si podría competirle contra Paimon.
Yeah! Although it would probably take Paimon quite a bit longer.
All right, now there's still a few days left until the ceremony, and I should probably get back so I can inform the chief and the other elders that I have found the flame bearer we need.
Oh, you mean they've still got to sign off on it?
Some of them are still hoping we can come to an agreement with Kinich, but that's only because they haven't seen you in action. Still, I'm the one responsible for securing a flame bearer, and my recommendation is you.
Son buenos buleadores seguro y otro, güey. Casi dos iguales.
Just for
No tiene
Paimon's
con
own
el
peace
Yuta,
of
güey.
mind, are you sure it's not going to be a problem having Outlanders take on...
See that place over there? There was a time, long before the age of Burkina and the Mountain King, when we, Scions of the Canopy, called that our home. After a period of upheaval, our ancestors were forced to move away. Now, it has become a place where our youths go to develop courage and kindle a spirit of adventure. If we fail to keep the threat posed by the Mountain King at bay, it might not be long before we have to move again and find a new home. So, to answer your question, I think everyone will agree.
Fair enough. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
I'll need you to drop by my place at some point before the ceremony, if that's all right. There are still a few final details that we need to discuss.
Okay, see you later then.
You have my gratitude.
We've helped out with a lot of other local festivals before, but this one feels a little different.
Fernando Kinich. Muy bien, terminamos este acto. Ahora falta el 2. ¡Y se va Kinich! Y nuestro primer encuentro con Amphi, ¿crees que le afecta a la oficina de Yu? Sí. ¿Quién honesto? Sí. ¿Quién honesto? Sí. ¿Ah? Oh. Oh, son llamas.
I'll keep this close.
Gracias, llamita. Llegamos. Mira, es Kinich.
Traveler? Paimon?
Kinich! Fancy meeting you here. We've actually been looking for you.
Hola, soy nuevo.
I'll get straight to the point. I hear you accepted a proposal from Elder Trinidad.
Oh, the, Turnfire Knight, you mean. You were still his first choice. It's just... Oh...
Jill, it's cool. I only mention it because there's something you should know. And I suspect Elder Trinidad hasn't been completely forthcoming with you. His true intention is to resolve the Mountain King problem once and for all.
Once and for all? You mean this'll be the last Turnfire Knight?
That's right. He wants to use you to send the Mountain King to the Night Kingdom.
To the Night Kingdom?
To his death.
Whoa! Are you serious right now? You shouldn't go blurting out accusations like that. It could get you in trouble.
Too blunt? Okay.
Muy
I'll
bien.
phrase it more gently.
Muy bien. Lo voy a tomar como Ball Razor.
There is potentially a possibility that Elder Trinidad may be hoping that during the course of the ceremony, you kill the Mountain King dead.
Listo, terminada la traducción, Ball Razor.
But that's ridiculous. He told us the Mountain King is a living symbol of your tribe's glory.
And that glory comes at a price.
Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory, but even this glory comes at a price. Yes, and Nana wasn't the first.
Es por el incidente que ocurrió en Nana, su compañera usuario.
She likely won't be the last to lose her life either.
Still, is killing the Mountain King really the only way? It seems so extreme.
¿Y cómo piensa matar al rey de montaña?
The Mountain King is a unique case when it comes to abyssal contamination. It's eaten away at him for so long that it has consumed him entirely, and the damage is irreversible. That evil power has both driven him insane and kept him alive over the centuries. So, to look at it one way, once it's completely purged from his body, the Mountain King will finally be able to rest in peace. In past ceremonies, we've only purged around half of the abyssal power. This was to strike a balance. To keep him alive, but also keep him asleep.
Trinidad didn't say anything about how much power he wanted us to purge, but he did say there were some more details to go over before the ceremony.
Then it sounds like you'll know for sure soon enough.
If he really asks us to kill the Mountain King, what should we do?
¿Qué situación tan complicada, para ser verdad?
I know this must come as quite a shock, so I suggest you act like you didn't hear anything for now. But would you have time to visit the chief after your meeting with Elder Trinidad? I'd like to make a deal with you.
What kind of deal?
One that comes at a very reasonable price. I'm sure you have plenty of other questions, but we can talk more later.
Ok, lo vemos luego.
Good. See you soon.
Adiós, güey. El canto de Kinich. Es el último acto. Va muy rápido, güey, a diferencia de todas las misiones legendarias que las hemos topado incluso en el canal, güey. Donde básicamente cada misión legendaria dura alrededor de 2 horas. Entonces sí terminará, pero como mi Genshin Impact dijo, pues vamos a poner las pilas. Para que todo esto se acabe instantáneamente. Qué chingón.
Ah, mighty Outlanders, you have returned. Did you have a good rest?
It was, pretty good, yeah.
Mira, Yanyu nos dijo que estás demasiado delgada, así que te trajimos para... Ella quiere que cortes para que no te...
Glad to hear it. Things are progressing very smoothly on my end. Many of the elders have heard of your heroic deeds, including the chief. There are still those who insist that the ceremony should be performed by the bearer of the Malipo name. But they're just stuck in the past. We need to move with the times.
Plus, Kinich doesn't want to do it anyway.
Exactly. So, now, it's time for us to discuss the finer details of the ceremony. We covered the fire lighting part of the proceedings yesterday. The next part is the purification of the Mountain King. It's quite simple. You just need to use the sacred flame. We've done it plenty of times before, and it's always very routine. I'm sure you won't have any problems. One point I'd like to stress, though, is that you need to burn away as much of the abyssal energy as you possibly can. The more we dispel, the longer the Mountain King will remain asleep.
Asleep, huh?
Precisely. In previous years, the Flame Bearer has often been unable to dispel a sufficient amount of abyssal energy. That's the only reason why we have to perform the ceremony on a regular basis.
Okay,
But I understand that you have a lot of experience fighting against the Abyss, and you seemed to wield the sacred flame quite effortlessly yesterday. With your help, I'm optimistic this time we can dispel all the remaining abyssal energy from the Mountain King's body, freeing us from this ever-looming threat for many years to come.
Traveler?
Entendido. ¿Alguna cosa más que quieras teneros en cuenta?
So this doesn't faze you at all, huh? You clearly have a lot of confidence in yourself. That's all you really need to know. The ceremony's in 3 days. I'll come and fetch you when we're ready. In the meantime, feel free to take a look around our settlement. It would mean a lot to the elders if you got to know some of our people. And if you wouldn't mind helping them out with a few errands here and there, that would be even better.
So now we have extra errands to run? Maybe we should add a little extra to the price.
Just a humble suggestion, that's all. It will help you gain the respect of our people, and as a mighty hero, I truly believe that's what you deserve. I'll be sticking around for the next few days, so if you have any questions, you know where to find me.
Okay.
Seems like Kinich was right. We should go meet up with him right away.
Huh, you're here.
Kinich! Elder Trinidad said that...
I can tell. It's written on your faces.
Is that the Traveler in Paimon? Forgive me for not being there to welcome you on your arrival. That should have been my duty as chief.
Hello, Chief Waina.
I only heard the news from Trinidad yesterday, so I asked Kinich to invite you over for a quick chat. I believe Kinich has already filled you in, so I'll get straight to the point. Firstly, I fully endorse your appointment as flame bearers for the upcoming Turnfire Night. However, I would like to request that you take steps to ensure the Mountain King's safety. Every child of our tribe grows up hearing the tales of our heroes, from Yupanqui the Firebringer to Burkina and the Mountain King who fought against the Abyss. This is our history and our heritage, the source of our pride and the center of our faith. To kill the Mountain King would be to destroy our spirit. I would never be able to face our ancestors in the Night Kingdom. Nana's death was a great tragedy, and I do not blame Trinidad for the actions he has taken. Nevertheless, I cannot allow any harm to come to the Mountain King. The very roots of our identity are its... My honored guests, please give this matter your serious consideration.
¿No podría acordar una solución con las ambas partes que estén de acuerdo?
Perhaps there is. But despite all our attempts to contain the situation over the years, we've not found it. Right now, I should like to hear where you stand on this matter.
Quizá esté dispuesto a respetar su decisión.
Though I sense that your mind is not yet made up, I'm still comforted by your words. There are 3 days left before the ceremony. I hope they will bring you clarity.
So, Kinich, earlier you were saying...
Let's walk and talk. I'll show you around the tribe.
That works too. Paimon needs to get some air after this.
Dale.
Kinich, Paimon finally understands why you turned Trinidad down. You knew what he was planning, didn't you? That's why you didn't want to be the flame bearer this time, because it's a double-edged sword.
Double-edged sword is right. But my response wasn't merely an excuse. To solve this exceptional problem, an exceptional price must be paid.
¿Has pensado en alguna solución?
I'm working on it.
Really? Well, come on then, let's hear it.
In a moment. Didn't you have a question you were about to ask me?
Oh, yeah. What was it again? Oh, right. We need to talk about how he's completely unhinged.
¿Por qué no he visto hoy ahorita?
I agree that he has a problem. He needs disciplining, so I hired him a teacher.
You got him a teacher? Oh, Paimon would love to see him get scolded for bad behavior. Anyway, moving on. When we ran into a how, he said you two were investigating some abyss thing together.
Yes, that's the angle I've been working on. I'm a Saurian hunter, but I occasionally hunt the abyss too. One time I was pursuing some purple demonic dogs when I accidentally entered a hidden space. I did some research after the fact. Apparently they're known as beastly rifts, and there are many of them of all different sizes. That's where those purple dogs were coming from. So, if we can locate one of these beastly rifts, clear the monsters out, and move the Mountain King inside, he'd be able to continue living.
Whoa, that sounds kinda crazy. Would it really work?
It's not without its risks, of course. There's a lot of unknowns in the equation. For instance, for all we know, a prolonged period inside the rift could make the Mountain King's condition worse. Still, we desperately need something like this, even just as a temporary measure. You've seen the conflict the issue is causing in our tribe for yourselves, and believe me, it's been a long time coming.
Genshin con Starlight. Chile, ¿qué les gusta? Sí, todo lindo, pero no está el Wi-Fi. ¿Qué es Wi-Fi? Chile, recuerda que este es un mundo medieval. Aquí no existe nada.
The chief is adamant about keeping the Mountain King alive, whatever happens.
Paimon can understand. It's less about the Mountain King and more about preserving your culture and heritage.
Yes, but on the flip side, you've got people like Elder Trinidad, who is more concerned about protecting the people he cares about now and into the future. And he has every right to take that view. It's one thing to try and preserve the last remnants of a glorious past, but making your kin pay the price for it? No one can seriously tell them that's a fair trade.
You're right. There's no easy answers here. Let's leave that to one side for a moment and assume we go with your plan. How do you actually intend to find one of these beastly rifts? Because at least in our experience, the dogs open the rifts when they want to attack us, not the other way around.
I think I know a way.
¿De verdad seguirás adelante con ese plan?
You have any better ideas?
No, no tengo.
Not at the moment, but it just feels like using the power of the Abyss for our own ends isn't gonna end well. After all, the Abyss is what turned the Mountain King into a monster in the first place.
If it doesn't end well, then that's the price we pay. Everything in the world comes at a price. Even when Yupanqui, the Firebringer, stole the Turnfire, it cost him dearly. The Mountain King's erratic outbursts have brought tensions within the tribe to a boiling point. Unless this gets resolved quickly, everyone will be stuck in a stalemate.
All right. So what's this deal you wanted to make with us? We're hardly experts on exploiting abyssal power.
All I need you to do is keep people away from me. I'm getting harassed on a daily basis by people trying to convince me to be the flame bearer. I can't afford to waste all my energy dealing with them. If you help me out, there will be a gift for you in return.
Ooh, what kind of gift?
Something well worth your while, I'd say.
¿Y qué es lo que tenemos que hacer exactamente?
Just keep doing what you've been doing. Integrate yourself with the tribespeople, so everyone comes to terms with the fact that we have a new flame bearer. That way, I won't have an endless stream of people coming to beg me to join the ceremony, and I can focus on finding a way to summon the beastly rift. Then, when the day of the ceremony comes, we'll move the Mountain King into his new home.
Still sounds pretty crazy. Even for a daredevil like you, that's dangerous. And even if it works, what if neither Chief Lina nor Elder Trinidad are happy with it?
At least the two of them would finally be on the same side of the issue, leaving only me on the opposing side. The tribe needs leaders like them far more than a Saurian hunter for hire like me. Can I take that to mean that we have a deal?
For sure. And who knows? Maybe we'll come up with an even better solution to all of this in the next couple of days.
Great. Well, for the next couple of days, please spend some time among the tribe and lend a hand wherever you can. I'm sure everyone will be swept off their feet when they meet our new flame bearer. Good luck to us both.
Gracias. Ahora vas al campamento de la tribu el día siguiente, las 8, ok. Ay, vamos. ¿Qué le pasa a esa chica? Se desmayó cuando se enteró que no había internet, o no, digo, no había wifi. Y no estará aquí hasta dentro de un año, porque solo estamos aquí una semana. Vamos a sacar esa cosa, usaba magia, pero creo que se está haciendo cosas.
Okay, task for the day. Meet the tribespeople and take some heat off of Kinich's back.
Rooney, how can you call the Mountain King a monster?
Because he hurt a lot of people. And look what happened to Nana.
But it wasn't on purpose. The Mountain King is sick, that's all. He's been hurt.
That's true. But the fact remains that he's now a threat to all of us.
How can you be so harsh to someone who's sick? If you don't take back what you just said, I don't know if we can carry on being friends.
Toba, Kuni, what's wrong?
Kuni's saying nasty things about the Mountain King. It's not right. He's our hero.
Once upon a time, maybe. But not anymore.
No disputan, no se supone que son best friends.
Yesterday, maybe, but not anymore.
Toba? Fine. I guess my dad is right. Things change, and you just have to accept it and move forward. As of today, our friendship is over. There's no going back.
Puta madre.
Oh, come on, cut it out, you two. We have some great news to tell you. The Traveler is gonna be the flame bearer for the next Turnfire night. He's gonna do a beautiful ceremony and cure the Mountain King's illness for good.
What? Really?
Por supuesto, soy un experto en resolver los problemas de otros. Si no me crees, pregunta de la Shogun Raiden y de cómo resolví su pinche nación.
So that's what my dad wanted to talk to you about? To be fair, from what we saw the other day, you are pretty good at climbing cliffs.
Wait, speaking of Kinich, where...
Oh yeah, good question. Is he not coming to the ceremony anymore? We can get him to come, but if he catches you two fighting again, he won't be happy. He'll...
No, we can't let that happen. I've never even spoken to him before. I can't afford to make such a bad first impression.
I didn't mean to argue with Toba. All I said was that the Mountain King has done some pretty bad things. He was the one who turned it into a fight.
Ante todo, ustedes son mejores amigos. Y el rey de la montaña no tiene nada que ver con esto.
Yeah, if you weren't friends, there's no way Toba would have come to look for the baby Saurians with... All right. Well, because it's the Traveler and Paimon and Kinich, I'm sorry, Toba. I'm sorry for all the mean things I said about the Mountain King. Dad just really misses Nana. And I was really upset that she's gone, too.
Huh? Oh. I shouldn't have spoken to you the way I did either. It wasn't very nice of me. For the Traveler and Paimon, Kinich, and for Nana. I'm sorry too,
That's more like it. Now you're best friends again. Guess so. Tilba, if I ever say something mean about the Mountain King in the future, I'll make sure I say it to someone else, and not you. I better go buy some colored cloth for my dad now. He needs it for Turnfire night. Let's play again some other time. See you, Toba. See you, Traveler and Paimon.
Okay. I'll head home as well then. See you next time.
Adiosito, va.
Okay, take care, you two. Even though they said they're sorry, it looks like their friendship isn't as strong as it was before.
Es cierto que todo cambia.
Let's just hope we can solve this once and for all. Come on, let's move on.
Voy a checar otro papel. Ya cuando actualice este juego ya o más bien,
What's going on over there?
vamos. Oh, están bailando.
Hey there, what's happening here?
A rehearsal for the Turnfire Night dance.
¡Diego!
Ooh, there's a dance involved? Paimon wants to learn too.
You don't know it? Ah, I guess you're not from these parts, huh? It's rare to see a new face around the tribe these days.
Why do you say that?
Because of the Turnfire Night, of course. The Mountain King could wake up at any time. That's why we're holding an emergency ceremony. This isn't one of those fun and games festivals. For outsiders, it might even be a little dangerous.
Well, did you know that the Flame Bearer this time is actually gonna be an outsider?
Oh, I did hear about that. It's a first for sure. I would have loved to meet them in person.
¿Ya lo has conocido?
What? Oh, it's you? Man, oh man. It's funny. I was just thinking that I'll probably miss out on meeting the new Flame Bearer since I'm not taking part this time around. Then suddenly, there you are. Must be my lucky day.
You're not taking part in the Turnfire Night? How come? You're not an outsider too.
You must be joking. Watch this.
Oh. Hey.
Not bad, right? Yeah, I'm considered one of the better looking guys who dances beneath the pillars of the sacred flame. Been doing it a few years. Always gets the ladies out to watch.
Oh, very impressive. So why'd you quit?
Well, I feel like the whole Mountain King situation is getting more and more precarious. It's just not safe here anymore. One of our elders' Saurian companions even lost her life not long ago. The question is, what are we gonna do about this in the long term? But our leaders don't have any answers for us. They're probably too busy fighting about it amongst themselves. The way things are going, it's only a matter of time before it gets violent. So I figured, you know what? Now's as good a time as any to get away for a little while.
You look a little disappointed.
Disappointed? Nah. It's a great opportunity to go see the world. As every male scion of the canopy knows, wherever you are and wherever you go, the only way is forwards. We take pride in that. I won't forget my roots.
¿Y qué piensas ahora? ¿Qué piensas?
I managed to get in touch with the Saurian Relics Association. They gave me a simple test. Find a decent quality relic, and they'll make me a member.
What's the Saurian Relics Association?
You've never heard of it? It's a group of amateur history enthusiasts who do research on the ancient Saurian era. Speaking of which, the guy who was Flamebearer before you.
A how? A how's a relic from an ancient Saurian civilization?
Oh, yeah, him. So you know those two already, huh? Then do you know how they met? It was deep inside some mysterious ruin, and they signed a contract there. The association folks say that the kind of contract usually comes with a huge...
Really?
Who knows? But if it's true, Kinich can probably handle it. He knows what he's doing with weighing up contracts and costs and stuff. I doubt he'd make a contract that doesn't benefit him.
Algo así como pasa el libro.
Strangely enough, I actually happened upon a strange mural a while back, and it looked to me like it was depicting a Saurian and a human involved.
Oh, does that count as a relic then?
You bet it does. I was all ready to go take a picture of it and use that as my entry ticket to the association. But after all the abyssal activity recently, I heard that area's been overrun by monsters. The best laid plans, huh? I'll just have to wait and see if things improve. Or... you look like you know your way around a fight. I don't suppose there's any chance you'd be able to help?
If all you need to get is a picture, that should be pretty achievable, right? The travel...
Wait, you're seriously gonna help me out?
Come on, it's no big deal. Compared to some of the things we've been roped into before...
Pyro Archon above, you two have hearts of gold, you know that? You're the kind of people who could dive into the Turnfire deep in the bowels of the Night Kingdom, and it wouldn't burn a single hair off your head.
Eso era el halago, ¿verdad?
Of course it is. All right, come with me. I'll show you the way.
Vamos allá. Primero ese cofre.
Is this an answer from this world?
Vamos. Ah, está acá. Vamos. ¡Vamos allá! Claro que sí. Demasiado texto. Sí, güey. Pero a menos es rápido, güey. Llegamos. Oh, no.
There it is. It's inside these ruins. As you can see.
Alrighty then. Stay back and take cover, Tiago. This could get dangerous.
Great minds think alike. I'm not about to cramp your...
Vamos.
Steady as stone. Time to shine.
Scatter!
Wheel of life. Strike a pop. Leave it all to me.
Propagate!
Sacred name, fortune preserver.
Scatter!
That should be the last of them. It's a good thing Tiago had the sense to stay in his hiding place, or things could have gotten really hairy for him. Hey, look! That's gotta be it, right? Definitely looks like a mural.
Parece muy pequeño.
True. Now that you mention it, most ancient murals take up a whole huge wall. This looks more like someone with a paintbrush got... It does match the story he told us, though. There's a Saurian and a human. So, is that supposed to be what an ancient contract ritual looked like? Whatever. We're not here to decipher it. Just photograph it.
Vamos. Tenemos una foto. Listo.
That's a wrap. Let's take it back to Tiago.
Vamos con Tiago. Vamos a irnos. Y falta poco para que ya se acabe este pedo de la misión de Kinich. Y eso que falta una tribu.
You've been robbed? Oh, Ponche.
¡Pancho!
My luck is bad.
¡Ah, huevo! ¡Qué bueno que incluyeran este nombre mexicanos! Ahí está, Pancho.
I put blood, sweat, and tears into that, and now I've got nothing to show for it.
¿Qué pasó?
Tiago, is this the picture you were looking for?
Let me take a look. Yep, that's the one. Pyro Archon above, you two are superhumans. Hey, Ponche, come and say hi to these guys.
Se llama Ponche,
They're gonna be the
güey.
new flame bearers, and they're tough as nails.
Fíjate, en inglés se escucha en inglés que dice Ponche, pero es Pancho, güey. Curioso que en inglés digan este otro nombre como si fuera como una bebida.
Wait, are you the Traveler and Paimon?
Sí.
Huh? You already know each other?
I don't think so.
My nephew Toba's been telling everyone about you. He says you're crazy strong, super friendly, that you helped him out, and that you're gonna be our flame bearers this Turnfire night.
Oh, so you're Oh, great to meet you, sir. Sounds like we managed to make a bit of a name for ourselves.
Toba's not wrong, my friend. These two are honestly some of the nicest, most genuine people I've ever met. Everyone speaks incredibly highly of them.
Really? All I want is to get the fruits of my labor back.
Allow me to explain. Panche is a well-known scholar
Yeah,
within our
dice
tribe,
Panche.
author of the widely
dice
acclaimed
Pancho,
book,
dice
Yupanqui's
Panche.
Turnfire. Unfortunately, the book was stolen by a treasure hoarder.
I spent years of my life researching that book. I visited every last ruin, interviewed every descendant of every hero in our history. On the word Malipo alone, I covered at least 5 different interpretations of the meaning based on accounts from different...
It was an unparalleled masterpiece.
And now it's all gone. That little goon ambushed me during my morning walk. He snatched all of my belongings, including my entire manuscript.
That book was everything to him. It's like they robbed him of his soul when they took it.
Dear honored guests of our clan, I am but a helpless old student. If only for Toba and Tiago's sake, please help me, I beg of you.
¿Dónde ha sucedido el robo exactamente?
See what I mean, Panche? Now you've run into
Panche.
these two,
Ahora dice
your
Panche.
luck's about to change. Big...
I don't know if he's still there, but come on, I'll take you.
Vamos. ¿Dónde está? Ah, acá. Fíjate. El juego lo llaman Panche o Ponche. O sea, cualquiera de los dos, pero dice Panche o Ponche, güey. Y es como decir, no mames, güey, qué pedo.
Hey! You thieving rat! Get...
What do you want now,
Matias.
you old bum? God, you're a waste of space. Prepare to get shoved butt first into a tree hollow.
Así, vamos, demuéstralo.
Oh, what's this? Brought a little bodyguard with you, huh? All right. Let's see what you've got. Eat dirt, suckers!
Aunque estés ciego, voy por ti.
Hey, he's trying to get away.
Stop, please! By all the warriors, heroes, gods, and kings, I can't run any longer. Please, I don't have your stuff anymore. Have mercy.
Oh, yeah? Well, where is it then?
I threw it away.
You threw it away?
The old bum's bag didn't have a single mora in it.
La protagonista del
Just a
triple Z
tatty old
es
book,
chiqueada con la
worn out
policía
pens, and
y la
some old
tiburona,
rags.
sí.
All that
Sí,
time lying
eso.
in wait was for nothing. I was so mad, I
Literalmente,
just
pinche
threw all of it away.
Oliver y su fanatismo al lesbianismo literalmente me hace pensar, sí que le comprado mucho a mis dragonas. Literal.
Is that really the truth?
The same place you found me. Look, I swear on the Pyro Archon, it's the truth. May all my worldly possessions be turned to ash by Turnfire if I'm lying.
Okay, that's a pretty strong... What do we do now? It sounds like he's telling the truth.
Regresemos para buscarla, ya después veremos qué haremos.
Right. Let's hope nobody gets to the book before we do. We'll never get it back then.
Mientras tanto, en la cueva secreta.
Although the Turnfire is a heroic symbol in Huitzatlan, it always comes with the more ominous implication of eventual tragedy. This holds true for all bearers of this ancient name in recorded history. Each one of them died of non-natural causes, as if the specter of the Turnfire was always lurking in the background. This appears to suggest the existence of some higher power that is always watching the name-bearer, examining their actions, and eventually demanding payment in return. Yupanqui's Turnfire. What an incredible work on ancient name philology. Let me see, the author is... Panche. Nice.
Panche.
A gentleman and a scholar.
Demasiado, güey.
Silence, book muncher. The great Kahula will suffer your droning voice no longer.
Do you truly find no joy at all in perusing such rich historical records?
Joy? What joy is there in this pointless drivel?
Well, it makes a pretty shocking prediction. Every bearer of the ancient name Malipo eventually meets a grisly end. Maybe.
What? You're saying Kinich will die a violent death? So I'll finally get to take over his body?
No mames, pinche Naruto tiene ganas de comerse ese cuerpo.
When will that glorious day arrive? The great Gahul How demands to know!
Wow, you are just irredeemable, aren't you? An agent of chaos down to the core.
Silence, maggot! To presume that anyone compares your kind with the great Gahul How is sheer vanity. And if that day ever comes...
You don't need to lecture me about doomsday. Here's what I know. Based on countless historical all civilizations will be reduced to rubble by the passage of time. From ancient kingdoms to heavenly thrones to worlds beyond, there are no exceptions. But from the ruins of every civilization, the dust will rise and never settle, thus transcending the confines of time. And you, great Gahul How, are one such speck of dust from a bygone age. I've paid dearly for the chance to observe you up close. Now, let me take a good look at you. We'll see whether any memories of that age still remain inside you.
We're so sorry, Mr. Ponche, but we couldn't find your manuscript anywhere.
Does that mean all of my hard work was for nothing?
You gotta stay positive, Ponche. You might have lost the book, but the brains behind it are still intact.
The whole reason I worked so hard to get it finished before the Turnfire night is because I hoped that maybe it might help us find a way through these trying times. But now...
No puedo llegar a la final de la misión. No mames. ¿Tú eres capaz de resolver la dilema del rey de la montaña?
Well, not exactly. But I thought my research...
Oh, really? So what did you find out in your research?
I think the key to all of this lies in the power of Malipo.
Ponche, you know as well as anyone that ancient names don't hold any real power. Symbolic power doesn't count.
You're right, but Malipo may be a special case. Given that it first arose in the era of the first Pyro Archon, it might contain remnants of Xbalanque's power.
Yeah, I remember that story. My grandpa told it to me when I was a little kid. Maybe you're the special case. Most kids stop believing in that stuff by your age.
I'm not talking about childhood superstitions here. There is evidence.
Like what?
Like the fact that the Mountain King is still alive. Everyone attributes that to the power of the Abyss. But there's more to it than that. The key factor is that Burkina summoned the power of Malipo at the cost of his own life. If you don't believe me, then answer me this. How many other creatures can you think of who lived longer, not shorter, after being contaminated by the Abyss?
Los protagonistas del Triple C están entre 18 y 20 años, a excepción de la MIF que está literalmente a los 29.
Traveler, different situation but similar idea. Doesn't this remind you of the hilly...
Silencio.
So, I came to the conclusion that Malipo must refer to some mysterious ritual involving a tit-for-tat exchange. It began with the first Pyro Archon, fell with the Grand Alliance, then was buried in the Night Kingdom.
Hey. Sorry to interrupt, Ponche, but you seem to be getting a little overexcited.
I'm sorry. I was originally planning on presenting my findings to Kinich. I'd hoped he would be attending the upcoming ceremony.
Sounds to me like you dreamed up one fanciful theory to support another.
Kinich, what are you doing here?
I more or less finished what I was doing, so I came to have a quick catch-up. Now a good time?
Kinich! I'm onto something. I haven't worked out all the details, but you...
So Mr. Ponche here has done a lot of research on the history of the Turnfire, and thinks he might have found a way...
I'll be there, Ponche. Let's go.
Bueno, vamos. Digamos.
Here will do.
¿Has encontrado la forma de invocar la fisura en el Aurora?
Yeah. I'd like your help giving it a trial run tomorrow. If that works, we have our plan come Turnfire night.
Sounds like you're not considering Ponche's idea.
You heard him. He hasn't worked out the details yet. We need a more practical solution with concrete steps to follow.
Yet. Are you saying you think he might actually be onto something?
I think it's possible, based on something I know about the war 500 years ago. Burkina didn't fall to the abyss. He was killed by the Mountain King in an episode of madness. In his final moments, Burkina made the fateful decision to not fight back, and instead pass his blood and power on to the Mountain King. Maybe he thought the Mountain King was stronger than him, and more valuable to the tribe. Or maybe it was just out of loyalty to his friend.
Edad de los protos de Hoyoverse. Numi, más de 3000 años. Kaina, 2000. Meye, 20, 18, 20.
Either way,
Tele,
I can
rayo.
believe the Turnfire was involved. Whether you think his sacrifice triggered it, or
How can you drop these truth bombs with such a straight face?
this is what I've gleaned from my many interactions with the Mountain King. His mind is so disordered. The story Elder Trinidad told you was the more palatable version of events. The Mountain King's mind isn't just disordered. He is suffering and feels great shame. I believe he wants to be put out of his
What? Then what should we do? Should we grant him his wish?
Of course not. We should help him move to a new home.
Tienes muy claro cuál va a ser tu objetivo.
It's the only practical solution. The Mountain King is a hero to my tribe. An object of worship, even. Still, he's been the cause of multiple disasters, and we can't afford to have any more.
Ugh. Practical solutions hurt Paimon's brain. Can we follow our hearts next?
Then let's break for the day.
Ok, vamos mañana. Vamos a darle. Ahí, vamos. Di. Buenos días. Vamos con Kinich. Vamos.
You're here.
Oh, so the gruesome twosome come crawling back. Huh. Here to make amends after the gross irreverence you displayed last time?
Silencio.
Very well. The almighty Dragon Lord Kahula shall grant you the audience that you seek. Now pucker up and kiss our feet.
Silencio, pendejo.
Kinich, didn't you say you found him a teacher? He's just as out of control as ever!
Hey! No one gets to discipline the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula. No one!
Oye, en buen sentido. ¿Cuál es el secreto para soportarlo?
Maybe because I've never had a gentle-natured companion like Paimon to compare against.
¡Ay, sí! ¿Y tú no crees cómo estoy yo cuando con Paimon?
Is that a compliment?
Sí.
Yeah, I see what I'm missing out on now. And it's a lot.
Kinich! Ugh! We could drown this measly flying ant in one droplet of spit! How dare you compare her to the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula?
Oye, pero si sucedió, se ahogó.
Oh, just wait till I possess your dead body! I will commit heinous atrocities! Tear down your legacy! Destroy your reputation! Wreak havoc on your...
Silencio, Naruto.
Traveler, Paimon, let's get down to business. Once we've opened the beastly rift, you're welcome to toss a how in there for a couple of days.
Dato curioso, la voz de Kanyu en japonés, la voz de Sparny de Honkai Star Rail, una normita haciendo un Tao. O sea, parecía, no mames, sí.
With
Dale,
pleasure.
descansa,
You don't
Carlos,
need to
digo.
ask twice.
Yo pensé que iba a ser un Tao, güey, para hacer canon su personaje.
I got my hands on this device in a trade. It's meant as bait, but it'll also stabilize the abyssal energy. The Rift Towns will tear through space to get to this. Once they're here, we take them out and claim the Rift for ourselves.
¿Cómo has conseguido uno de esos?
You'll find out soon enough.
Wait, let's go.
They'll tear you to pieces given half the chance, so be careful.
Steady as stone, as a good night should.
Propagate!
Uh-oh. Are there even bigger ones on the way?
No, soy yo.
You see, Kinich? I'm a man of my word. In fact, I'd say I under-promised and over-delivered. Nifty little gizmo, isn't it?
I take it this is your true form?
Now that our deal is complete, it's time to start the next phase of our relationship. I made a promise to the great Kahula How, and now I'm here to see... Cliché, I know. The hero's trusted partner sells him out to the abyss in a shocking act of betrayal.
Huh? Angel?
Huh? Huh? What are you two doing here? Oh, Mr. Kinich, this is not what we agreed on.
Sabía que te iba a encontrarte, pendejo. Me dejaste varado. Me dejaste varado. Allá en el Caromillo. Nunca supe nada de ti y ahora vas a pagar.
Traveler, this is the gift I got you. I know you're looking for intel on the Abyss Order, so I thought he might be of use to you.
Ya lo conozco, Kinich. Ya lo conozco y él me dio información parcial.
But it looks like you've already met.
Él era una paliza.
Yikes. Frosty reception. Gotta say, I kinda pictured this moment going a little differently. Tears of joy welling up in your eyes as you say the words, "It's good to see you again, old friend."
También digo lo mismo, viejo amigo. También digo lo mismo.
Don't be ridiculous. Sounds like you've been reading too many romance novels.
There we have it. Change is inevitable and nothing lasts forever. What a pity. Well then, time for you to meet the new me. This time, please call me Sanka.
Sanka! Aha! So you're the glasses guy! You tricked Huni and Toba into telling you a bunch of stories!
Entonces, ¿cómo debería llamarte?
What does it matter? A name is a superficial label. It's what's deep down inside that counts. And I've shown you the deepest parts of me.
¿Hablas de ser adicto a que te mantenga el trasero? Porque tranquilamente lo podemos hacer.
That would explain a lot. Why else would you show up here and start acting like a wise guy? You look...
I'll pass. I do rather like you, as I've said before. But my one quibble is that you really don't know your own strength.
¿Me vas a contar qué estás haciendo aquí?
Wait. Of course! You're the one behind all the recent Abyss activity! Let Paimon guess, you've been provoking the Mountain King too!
Haven't I told you before? I'm not part of the inner circle who do our Highness's bidding. My interests are far more low stakes.
Me vas a decir básicamente que estás de vacaciones.
I spend my time digging for truth in ancient doodads and books.
I investigated him. He's not connected to the recent events. Just happens to be in the area. So, I struck a deal with him. He helps me summon a rift. I allow him to do some historical research.
But that's all over. And now Kinich wants to hand me over to you. While I was hoping this would be an opportune moment to whisk away his body. That would have given me some more time to study the great Kahula How. But now I've run into you, which is just my luck. Or maybe I've incited the wrath of the Turnfire, and this is the price I have to pay. But I don't understand. What did I do wrong?
Has engañado a Juni y a Toba.
Wait, does that count? Let me think.
How? You are the worst of the worst! Colluding with the Abyss Order against Kinich?
There is no betrayal. The almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How is a partner to no one.
Don't worry, I told him to act as bait.
Yes, and you should have picked a bigger fish. The Abyss Order? Ha! What a joke. Not even a match for our lowly servant. I put up with this toad croaking for days, and it was all for nothing.
It looks like your disciplinary measures have been less than effective, Mr. Enjo.
What did you expect? Behavioral rehab isn't really our thing. Otherwise, we might as well change our name from the Abyss Order to the Abyss Boarding School.
Exacto. Tienes muchas razones, Enju.
The abysmal disorder would suit you better. Kinich! Dispose of him! He is of no further use to us!
Traveler?
No pasa nada. Es buen pana. Aunque muy sarcásticamente. Es buen pana. No tiene nada que ver con el tema del mismo. Pero una vez te digo, Kinich, si algo vuelve a ser ese tipo, tranquilamente nos encargamos. Ya lo vencí en Canomilla. Así que no habrá ningún tipo de problemas. Déjalo marcharse. Seguro que no es una gran cosa para el mismo. Porque para el mismo, él es un completo inútil.
You see, this is why I like you. Still, you shouldn't underestimate me just because I'm a lowly clerk.
Sí, claro, inútil.
I could never beat you in a straight-up fight. But when it comes to running away, I won't lose to anyone. Do me a favor and remember how fast I disappear. Maybe then you'll show me a little respect next time.
Bien. Te veré en otro momento. Guarda inútil.
Darn! He got away again! Couldn't you have stopped him?
No te preocupes, Paimon. Ya lo veremos otra vez.
It's alright. He's not worth our time and energy. Besides, it seems like he's in debt to a lot of people. I'm sure they'll keep him busy.
If you say so. Still, Paimon's kinda surprised that you actually struck a deal with someone from the Abyss Order.
To borrow that guy's words, names are superficial labels. Whether you call it the Abyss Order or anything else, it's a broad generalization at best. Think of it like apples that have fallen from a tree. If you tasted each one, you'd find that they're all at different stages of ripening. Even the unripe fruit blown off its branch before it's fully grown can still be brewed into a fine wine. Everything has its use.
Huh. Well, in that specific sense, maybe Enjo's not such a bad apple. Not rotten to the core, at least.
Of course! Only the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How, is rotten to the core and evil beyond redemption.
Ugh. So what exactly are you anyway? You're definitely the evilest little thing Paimon's ever met.
Don't worry, he can't hurt a fly.
Es por el contrato que firmaron, ¿verdad?
You could say that.
Paimon heard that those kinds of contracts might come with a terrible cost attached.
Such as a How watching me like a ravenous vulture?
Vulture? Vulture! We are the Dragon Supreme! Sovereign ruler of the Nation of Flame!
Cállate, inútil.
Let's pick this up another time. It's getting kinda late. You should go back and get some rest. Big day ahead. Tomorrow's Turnfire night. Time to light the sacred flame and burn away the filth for a legendary 500-year-old warrior.
Oh, yeah. Hearing you lay it out like that is making Paimon a little nervous. For all the work we've put in, it all comes down to tomorrow night.
Then it can't hurt to say this one more time. Good luck to us both.
Ojalá que la suerte esté de nuestro lado.
See you tomorrow.
Okay. Ya, ahora tenemos que esperar al día de mañana a las 6. Sí, a las 6, vamos. Anima, sigue una aquí, ¿verdad? Bueno, es que está jugando este plan de los zombies, güey. Ok, vamos. Vamos. Sí. Ah, ok. No, sigue jugando, güey.
At long last, you're back. I hear you've done much for our people these last few days. Everyone has nothing but praise for you. Many young people have heard the rumors too. They're all eager to meet our new flame bearer.
Well, they won't have to wait for long. We really hope we can resolve the Mountain King situation quickly and smooth.
Well, it's nearly time. So, if you're ready, then follow me to the ceremony. Of course, there's no rush. I can wait.
¿Dónde estamos, Milo? Muy bien, entonces Furina descansa. Furina descansa. Eso a que Charlie vuelva.
I can't wait any longer.
Así.
Are you ready?
Vamos.
Off we go.
Vamos.
Here we are.
Our honored guests have arrived. I have heard much about your fine work over the past few days. I hope you'll allow us to thank you properly after...
Don't worry about it. Getting this huge venue ready must have been a huge task. No need to make extra work for yourselves on our account.
Oh, if it means getting the Mountain King issue resolved, no cost is too great to bear.
A resolution will come in due course. But every great fire starts as a tiny spark.
No one would disagree with you if that were possible, Chief. But it's been far too long since we've seen a real step forward. Look around you. Can't you see how our numbers have dwindled since the last Turnfire night?
The ceremony was arranged on short notice. Many are away from home and could not make it back in time.
That may be so.
Good evening, Traveler in Paimon.
Kinich! Not a moment too soon.
Chief Wayna, Elder Trinidad, could you give us a minute? I'd like to give the Traveler a few pointers as the previous flame bearer.
Very well. But make it quick. Let me know when you're done, and we will begin the ceremony.
Let's step to the side. Has anyone gone over the key
Ya
steps
vengo,
of the
voy a
ceremony
calentar
with you
mi cena.
yet?
Dale, güey. Lo voy, chao. Yo también voy a irme a cenar. Voy a
Yeah,
hacer
Elder
huevo con
Trinidad
chile.
did, but, Paimon seems to have forgotten them.
What a surprise! The flying ant has an ant-sized brain.
If you don't want your tongue to be burned off by the sacred flame tonight, I suggest you stay quiet.
Chao.
See those sacred flame pillars? Once you've lit the fire, go light each one up in turn. Once that's done, head down into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers, light the braziers along the way, then bring the flame to the final altar.
That sounds simple enough.
The process isn't complicated, but remember, you mustn't turn back at any point. If you miss a pillar, you can't light the next one, then come back to it. You have to keep moving forward, or it's seen as disrespecting our ancestors. If that happens, you won't receive the blessing of the Turnfire, and I made you a diagram that summarizes the steps. Take a look.
Entendido. Ok. Ok.
So that's our part. What about...
I'll be with you the whole way, and once you've lit the altar, I'll start summoning the rift. You can leave that side of things to me. Just focus on your part.
Okay. We'll try to remember all that and get it right the first time.
Entonces ya puedo empezar.
Ready when you are. But I think I saw Huni and the others just now. Maybe you should say hi before you start. Just tell the chief when you're ready.
Ok.
How are you doing?
Estamos listos.
I'm counting on you. Don't forget what we talked about. By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on. My brothers and sisters, the time has come to light the fire once again, and let the Turnfire night shine bright and hoit.
Gracias, muchas gracias. Okay. Empieza aquí. O sea.
Go get the sacred flame. Nicely done. Off to a good start. Great stuff. You're over halfway. Keep it up. Impressive. Just one more to go.
Oh.
Come on, one last push. The final sacred flame pillar is up ahead.
Listo.
Great. All the pillars are alight. Next, it's down into the canyon and head for the Mountain King's cave. Almost there. The cave is just up ahead. The Abyss presence is growing strong. We should deal with the contamination first.
Vamos.
There's the altar of the sacred flame. Remember, light up the torches around it first.
Woohoo! We've lit up the final altar!
El vampiro.
That's the Mountain King up ahead, right?
That's him. Kangamato, king of the Yumkasaurs from 500 years
El
ago.
Rodlax ahí durmiendo.
He's very powerful.
Paimon can tell. He's huge. Let's tread carefully. We don't want to wake him up.
Vamos a fingir que purificamos al rey de la montaña.
You've made it at last. You did even better than I expected. Traveler, now comes the final and most important step of the ceremony. Please use the power of the sacred flame to...
There's no need this time.
Such strong abyssal power. What is that thing? Kinich, what is the meaning of this? Is that a beastly rift?
Chief Huayna, Elder Trinidad, this is about to get a little dangerous. You should step back.
What do you think you're doing?
Solving the Mountain King issue.
You mean by having him torn to pieces by rift hounds? No, stop! We can't let that happen!
Foolish Locust! Ugh, can't you see? We're trying to shove your Locust King into the beastly rift!
But I'm sorry, Chief Wyna and Elder Trinidad. This is the only way.
Can you promise me that no harm will come to the Mountain King?
I can't guarantee it, but I'm fairly confident.
Traveler, this is not what we agreed on. You must cleanse the Mountain King of every last trace of abyssal contamination.
Pero he cambiado de idea. No me gusta que el rey de las montañas muere.
Okay, I see what this is. You've been in cahoots this whole time.
Espérate. No, idiota, espera. Acá, pasé.
Ugh, you imbecile! What have you done?
¡Y pendejo! ¿Qué hiciste?
Oh no! The device is destroyed!
You forced my hand. I had no choice.
Elder Trinidad! What are you doing?
No, the Mountain King is waking up. He will cause even more casualties.
Everyone, out! Now!
Corran, vámonos. Y lo mata.
Well, it seems there is only one way to awaken you all from your willful blindness.
Tengo hambre. Es Lordlas tener hambre. Es Lordlas comer.
Take me, O Mountain King! Take me as your next sacrifice!
Tú, comida, ok. ¡Fireball! Es hora de comer. No los permitiremos.
Everyone's still outside. We have to keep the Mountain King here. Give me a hand.
Out of the frying pan!
Rise.
Watch out for the fruits he's spitting out. We can use those against him. Yeah, that's it.
Toma, muévete.
I'll catch up.
The yellow of life.
Yeah, scatter!
Rise.
Yeah, I got him cornered.
¡Ah! ¡Uy! ¡Uy! ¡Kinich! ¡Esto de Naruto! The Lordlas perdió. Gané.
What do we do? We can't open the rift!
¡Oh! ¡Estoy apuntado! ¡Oh! ¡Voy a quemar! ¡Ya de una vez!
Kill me!
¡Acabe contigo! ¡Acabe de la vergüenza!
By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on.
Oh, Burkina, I must atone.
Patience. We will answer to the fire for all our deeds. Even if one day I fall behind, never look back. Keep moving forward, as we are now.
Live with your guilt and shame. This is the price to pay.
Heir to the Turnfire, Please use my ruined vessel to train the heroes of the future. The will of Kangamato will march ever on, till the abyss is stamped out.
Muy bien, Snorlax. El día siguiente, la tribu de los retoños hambreos.
Pretty eventful day yesterday, huh? Paimon wonders how things are doing now.
Traveler, you've come at just the right time. I have some good news for you. Trinidad's condition is stabilized. He suffered burns on much of his body, but we believe he'll survive.
Guess that's the best news we could hope for. Paimon has to ask, is everyone in your tribe such a risk-taker? First Kinich, then Elder Trinidad? Is this the scions of the Canopy's adventurous...
We're simply not afraid to charge ahead into the unknown.
¿Kinich se encuentra bien?
He's fine. Don't worry. He's gone to check on the Mountain King. Something most mysterious has happened. After the incident yesterday, a transparent shell has formed around the Mountain King's body. We don't understand the mechanism behind it, but the shell appears to insulate him against the influence of abyssal power. It is somewhat akin to a scab, in that it stops the abyssal energy within him from bleeding out, while also preventing further abyssal energy from seeping in and infecting him. We've never seen anything like it. The tribe's most senior elders believe it was caused when he was burned by the sacred flame, similar to the way burned wood becomes charcoal. I think their theory makes sense. After all, we've never thrown the Mountain King directly into the sacred flame before.
Wow. So it's made a barrier against abyssal energy? That's a good thing, right?
It's practically a miracle from what we've seen of it so far. It means that the Mountain King's level of abyssal energy is now stable. No longer will we need to perform an annual cleansing ceremony.
Wow. That's amazing!
Solo fue por poner el fuego sagrado.
I know what you're thinking. The young people in the tribe are already speculating that yesterday's ceremony was a Turnfire night like none other in our history, because you and Kinich, you summoned the very flame that appears in our ancient legends. And that fire is what saved the Mountain King.
Whoa! So that was the real Turnfire?
I may be the chief of this tribe, but I've only ever known the Turnfire as a concept in our legends. If anyone can answer it, I suspect it would be the bearer of the Malipo name. He is in the Mountain King's cave as we speak.
Ah, so Kinich then. Why don't we go see how he's doing?
Vamos. Ahí está. Ok, complacencia legendaria dura 3 horas y 40. Sí, es lo que estoy diciendo.
Hey yourselves. You two doing okay after yesterday?
We were
Y
gonna
si no
ask
hubieras
you
hecho
the same
la
question.
misión legendaria,
Just your time on half to death when you
evento,
rushed into the fire.
hubiera durado 2 horas.
Sorry, I couldn't just stand and watch the Mountain King get burned alive.
So you thought you'd try and extinguish the sacred flame with Dendro? Or is that an attempt to make the almighty Dragon Lord Kahulahow die of laughter?
The sacred flame only possesses a fraction of the Pyro Archon's power. It's not as if I was fighting the Pyro Archon herself.
Kinich, when you went into the flames, were
Intending to what?
to, do the same thing as Burkina?
Sacrifice myself? Of course not. My focus was on keeping the Mountain King alive, not on what it would cost. But now I'm curious. What made you think I was going to sacrifice myself?
Well, because everyone's saying the Turnfire is what saved the king last night. And Ponche's theory was that summoning the Turnfire is a tit-for-tat exchange, right? So, Paimon thought you decided to pay for it with your life.
So you've heard that rumor too. I'm afraid I can't say for sure. What happened yesterday was a first for me too.
Well, even if you don't know, There's probably no one in the world who does.
What I would say is, if that really was the power of the Turnfire, I'd sooner believe that the Mountain King summoned it himself.
The Mountain King? Then what price did he pay?
The core meaning of price is not atonement or compensation, but what you're willing to give up in order to obtain what you want. It's easy to die for your sins. Much harder to live with the guilt and keep on going. In the end, the Mountain King chose the latter option.
Alright, so how is the Mountain King doing
Pues
now?
espérate 19 días, güey.
Health-wise, there's nothing to worry about. He'll enter a fighting stance whenever we set foot in his territory. But his attacks are gentler now and not as crazed as before.
No se sabe, güey, pero dice que va a
Like
ser
he
la
said
primera.
yesterday, he just intends to be a sparring partner for people to practice with.
Parece que yo tengo que preocuparnos por nada más.
Yeah, I tried communicating with him again, but he didn't respond.
We dare say that Locust King has well and truly lost its mind. The lights are on, but nobody is home. Its
Pues hay
body
que esperar el
remains
live stream.
fighting fit thanks to the perverse power of the Abyss. But time has been less kind to its soul. It was ground to a pulp long ago.
But we saw him come back to his senses yesterday.
That was merely one last burst of brain activity before it croaked. As you humans would say, it went out with a bang.
Oh no, Lucina terminal. Ay no, no quiero escuchar esas palabras.
Oh, come on! Stop being such a doomer. Paimon bets the Mountain King has finally let go of the tragedies of the past now. That's why he doesn't have time to chat with us. He's too busy thinking about the
Vaya que
future.
sale Fortnite.
Well,
Vamos a jugar,
At least it
vamos
means
a
my fellow
celebrar
tribes
Fortnite
people
por
can
sus
move
7
forward
años
now,
de
too.
creación.
thank you for your help, traveler. I owe you one.
Ya viste mi regalo.
Yeah, that's right. You caught Enjo for us, remember?
But he ended up being completely useless. It's not a fair trade if you lost out.
Cierto.
That's on him. It's not your fault he's useless. Besides, we're friends now. You don't owe us anything.
Friends? But your friendship is an even more valuable gift. I can't in good conscience accept it for free. So promise me, if you need anything in the future, you'll come to me.
Bien.
For you, I'll do anything.
Oh no, acabo. ¿Y para cuándo? El otro lunes, güey, acuérdate. Oh no, ya desbloqueé el Xiao, pero el Xiao dentro. Y ahí está. Mientras tanto, Enju.
So, in the end, only poor little Huni got the sad ending?
No, no se cancelaron, es que el domingo tuve una fiesta, güey.
Yeah, everyone's happy except me. First Nana, then my dad. Why does everyone in my family have to suffer?
Perdón, familia.
Huni, it'll be okay. Your dad will get better soon.
Toba, you're my friend, so I shouldn't say this to your face. But it was all the Mountain King's fault.
Huh?
Now hold your horses, kiddo. If you promise not to fight, Uncle Sanka will tell you a story.
No.
Okay, before you roll your eyes out of your skull, I promise you can trust me. I almost got my eyebrows burned off by the Turnfire after last time. All right, I'll just get to the point. Do you know what Uncle Sanka loves the most about your people?
¿Tiene una fiesta, güey?
What?
Your extreme sports.
Huh?
On my first day here, I got hit by someone falling out of the sky.
Una anciana, güey.
I believe
Cumplió
you call it
80 años, güey, no
bungee
mames.
jumping? It's a dangerous sport, to be sure, but the courage it took to make the jump impressed the heck out of me.
Oh, such a nice friend.
Of course. Anyway, the good times didn't last, because I got captured by a powerful foe, so we had to part ways for a while. In the hands of the enemy, I was scorned, scolded, and nearly given away as a gift. Oh, it was so humiliating. A horrible experience to look back on. Why does Uncle Sanka always have to suffer, I thought. So I feel your pain, Huni. I was in the same position. But in the end, I made it through, and I left all of those painful memories in the past. I even managed to reunite with my friend.
Is that it? The moral of the story is to look forward in life, right? Yeah, we've heard that one millions of times. Sorry, Uncle Sanka, but you're not cut out to be a teacher.
Estás diciendo que era una anciana y no dejas que esa pobre científica de 15. Nah, no le sabes de 15 nada.
Very smart, Huni, but not quite smart enough. What I'm trying to tell you is that after I reunited with my friend, I found her injuries were all healed, but she really missed her family. She's right behind you.
Another trick about not turning back? I'm not falling for that one again.
Hola. Es el Dino, güey. Es el Dino que regresó. Ah, bueno. Ya tengo otro archivo acá. Okay, ya tenemos esto es de Kinich, pero acá si no voy a desbloquearlo, güey. Aunque me entra curiosidad, ¿qué pasaría si tiro por Kinich? Si tiro por ella ya no voy a desbloquear no voy a poder desbloquear a Shionel. ¿Dónde está, güey? Tiene un ítem, güey. No lo encuentro, güey. Bueno, será después. Es la piedra, güey. Es la piedra que lo va a dar acá por completar acá tribus, güey. Ahorita vamos a checar eso. No, mejor vamos a guardar esto. Pero bueno, yo ya me despido. Pues básicamente así, muy bonito, digamos, la historia. Vimos otra vez ahí Yue después de tanto tiempo que no lo pudo ver. Pero es agradable que lo hemos visto una vez más. Lo vamos a ir de mañana con Fortnite. Saludos a Liva, Lilia y Carlos por dejar su like. Luego sería de mañana. ¿Cuántos deseos tienes en total? Como 5 deseos, güey. Son 5 deseos, pero eso lo haremos. Pero básicamente me gasté los 10 deseos que tenía. Los gasté en el banner de armas y no me tocó nada, güey. Así que eso, güey. Y ya, nada más eso. Ya, pues bueno, ya me despido. Luego mañana con el Fortnite. Ahorita voy a actualizar los drivers de la compu. Porque como dije, por una extraña razón, no sé si es el Genshin, porque por general Genshin, cuando llega, digamos, una nueva actualización, el entre comillas viejo, que es la 5.0, empieza a fallar. O puede ser por los drivers que obviamente no los he actualizado, sea lo que sea, ahorita voy a checar. Así que luego, chicos, nos vemos. Adiós.